everyone, it's your boy Ricky here with Romero Cards. I hope you're doing well today. In today's video, we are going to be using some LDRS products to make a cute little house card. And yeah, so we're going to go ahead and get started. I hope you really enjoyed this video. Also, please make sure you like, subscribe, and share this video. And then if you're interested in any of the products, click the links down in the description because that lets LDRS know that I sent you over there. And then if you purchase something, I get a little bit of commission from that at no cost to you. So anyway, I hope you guys really enjoy this video and let's get started. Talk to you later. Bye. Okay, so today we are going to be using the following products. We're going to be using the Home Design layered dies. We are also going to be using the Home Design foliage. We are also going to be using Happy Me, Happy You stack along with the matching dies here. I actually don't use the shadow die in this card. We're also going to be using the Delicate Stitches scalloped rectangle along with the Favorite Things paper pack, which I love this paper pack, and some various cardstock colors to make little buildings and stuff out of. So the first thing we're going to do is go ahead and use some of the paper from the Favorite Things paper pack here. And I've already cut this paper down to 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. And then also I've cut this green scallop to 4 1/4, and I think it's around 1.5 inches, somewhere around there. So what we're going to do now is just kind of build the land and the sky. And I like to use pattern paper for this because I just think it gives interest to the card. And you know, it already has the clouds on it, so why not? And it's blue, it looks like the sky. And then the scalloped green looks like grass. So why not use what you already have instead of having to draw or color or print something? So now we are going to cut out the largest scallop die. And to get this frame that we're making, you actually have to put the second biggest scallop inside of this frame. And I'm just going to use some mint tape here to get that done. And this tape is great because you can reuse it over and over again. We ran it through the die cutting machine, and this is what the frame looks like. And we're going to cut out 3 of these. And here you can see me stacking them up just to make sure everything looks good here. And then we're just going to take some liquid glue and get these all stacked together. They're pretty easy. This is not a hard concept here. You're just taking one, using glue, and then putting it on top of another one. You can do it. Okay, so now that we have the card base done and the frame, we're going to be building this house. Now, you guys, I did build this house off camera because there are a bunch of pieces to it. And I think I may have built the world's ugliest house here. It looks like a witch's house, and I'm not for sure if it really matches the card ambiance, but we used it anyway. But we got some glitter paper there. We have some navy blue, some yellows. And then we're going to build up the Home Design florals. So one of the trees, I just wanted to use the leftover scalloped green paper here, which is super cute. I thought that would be great to make a tree out of. And then the second thing here is we're going to make a little bush out of this green paper, which I don't use because I ran out of room on this card, you guys. I'm going to get the mini die cutting machine out here and place these onto the die cutting machine. And then also there was a few other things that I needed to cut out, so we're going to go ahead and place that on here as well. We're going to use some pink cardstock to cut out little itty bitty flowers that I needed to use some reverse tweezers on to make this work. You guys, those flowers are so little, like it took me forever to get those onto the card. Okay, so now that we have that out, there are a few additional things that we need to cut out as well. I'm just using my scissors here to get this poked out of the paper. Now the bush, I actually used as clouds because you can use them for both things. You can use them for a bush or you can use them for a cloud. and you'll see how I made those. I did make an additional tree out of the green, and then I'm just going to do one more additional um, cloud here along with the little flower pot, that little itty bitty flower pot that I don't use. Ran out of room on this card. I didn't really measure that out before I started making everything. This is a card that I made first time, like I didn't practice. So basically now we're going to start putting everything together. We're going to put some liquid glue on the back of this frame, and then we're going to get that onto the card panel. Bam, there it is. I'm going to get that straight, make sure everything looks good, and press it down. Now we're going to put some foam tape on the back of the house here. We want this to be popped up a little bit, so that's why I'm doing that. And now we're going to glue down the trees onto the panel here. And I decided to have the trees come out of the frame. I thought that was like super cute, just to have something that was just a little bit out of frame, just to give it a little dimension. We're putting some foam tape on the back of the clouds because I also wanted those to stick up as well. And they kind of matched what's already on the paper, so I thought it was cute just to add these, to add a little bit of 3D touch here. And I love them because they have like the little swirlies in the cloud, like it's windy. And that's just white cardstock that I use there. We're going to remove the backing from the house and go ahead and place that onto the card panel. And now here we go with the flowers. You guys, these things, look how small these little flowers are. I was struggling because I wanted to place some on the window first just to make sure they would all fit. And you guys, just putting this a little bit of glue on this flower was like, I should have used a toothpick, honestly, to put the glue on because they were so small. But it got done. There we go. We're putting the last one on there. And now we pretty much have the card done. We're going to go ahead and place that onto a card base, which is Neenah Solar White, 110 pound, scored at 5.5 and 4.25. And now we're going to work on the sentiment. I'm going to get some black cardstock here. This is like my go-to sentiment is black cardstock with white embossing powder. We're going to prep the paper because we do not want the embossing powder to stick to the paper when we go to heat emboss this. I'm using some sticky embossing ink here. We're going to press that down lightly and then cover this in white embossing powder. I like to make sure that it's all good and covered, so I put on a couple layers here. I hate the feel of this stuff, you guys. I cannot stand the touch of embossing powder. It drives me insane. We're going to use the heat gun here to go ahead and get that all nice and melted. And you can see a little bit stuck to the paper, but that's fine. It's an area where I will not be using, I will not be using it. It's not stuck to the sentiment. And now that we have that done, we are going to get the matching dies and go ahead and get that placed onto the paper. And this is pretty simple to line up because there are squares on the die here that you just line up with everything else, and it makes the process easy to get everything all lined up and straight. So we're just going to use some mint tape on this again, and we're going to run this through the die cutting machine. Now here's a bunch of different sentiments. I'm just trying to test out where one should be, how long, how long they are, what's the best one. So yeah, I'm just trying to play around here. This is like a big time waste for me. I did cut out a bunch of this, but yeah. So I decided on I'm sending you happy thoughts, and I'm just going to cut off the edges here just so that so that it fits better on the card. So now we're just going to put some foam tape on the back of the sentiment and glue it down, and we're good. I want to thank you guys so much for watching this video. I truly appreciate it. Make sure that you click the links down in the description to go to all the products that I used today. Make sure that you head over to LDRS over on their Instagram, their Facebook page, and say hello over there. And you can also check me out over on Instagram by searching for Bromero Cards. I really enjoy working for LDRS. They have some really great products, and I love making videos for you guys. And I love uh, talking with you guys down in the comments. So, if you made it all the way through this video, what colors would you have made this house? Because seriously, I think it's the ugliest house in the world. I don't know. What do you guys think? Anyway, I hope you guys have a great week. I will talk to you later and get to crafting and have a great weekend. I'll talk to you later. Bye.